Rigathi Gachagua, born 28 February 1965, is a Kenyan politician who was the 12th Deputy President of Kenya from 2022 until his impeachment in 2024. As a member of the Jubilee Party, Gachagua served as Member of Parliament for Mathira from 2017 to 2022. He had previously served in various roles in government, including as an Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs and National Heritage, a personal assistant to the head of the Public Service, a personal assistant to the then Minister for Local Government Uhuru Kenyatta, and as a district officer DO. In the 2022 election, William Ruto selected Gachagua as his running mate, and the two were elected with just over 50% of the vote.
Ruto William Samoei, number of valid votes, 7 million. Thank you. 7,176,141. This represents 50.49%.
On the 8th of October 2024, Gachagua was impeached by the National Assembly on 11 separate charges. He filed legal challenges against the impeachment, but was rejected by the High Court. On 17 October 2024, the Senate upheld 5 of the 11 charges, thereby confirming the impeachment.
The Senate has resolved to remove from office by impeachment His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, AGH, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Accordingly, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, AGH, ceases to hold office. Thank you.
He was set to be removed from office, with Kithure Kindiki having been selected to replace him. His removal was, however, halted by the High Court via a conservatory order on the 18th of October 2024. On the 31st of October 2024, the High Court declined to extend conservatory orders that blocked the swearing-in of Deputy President nominee Kithure Kindiki. Early life and education, 1965 to 1988. He was born in 1965 in Hiriga village of Nyeri County, the child of Gachagua Reriani and Martha Kirigo. His parents were Mau Mau freedom fighters in Mount Kenya Forest, where his father serviced guns for the Mau Mau, while his mother was a food and ammunition courier for the fighters. He is the younger brother to Rigathi Gachagua, the first governor of Nyeri County. He enrolled at Kabiruwini Primary School from 1971 to 1977 before proceeding to Kianyaga High School for his O-levels and A-levels. In 1985, he joined the University of Nairobi, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science and Literature in 1988. At the University of Nairobi, Gachagua was the Nyeri District University Students Association leader, as well as the chairman of the Association of Literature Students. Career after graduating from the University of Nairobi with a bachelor's degree in administration, Gachagua was employed for a short time at the Kenya's Ministry of Home Affairs and National Heritage before he joined the Administration Police Institute in 1990. After graduating from the institute, Gachagua was posted at the office of President Daniel Arap Moi as a district officer cadet between 1991 and 1992. Gachagua then went on to serve as a district officer in Kakamega, Navakolo, Ngarua, and Laikipia districts. Between 1999 and 2000, he joined the Kenya School of Government, where he graduated with an advanced diploma in public administration. Between 2001 and 2006, Gachagua worked as the personal assistant to Uhuru Kenyatta. Between 2007 and 2017, Gachagua remained behind the scenes running his businesses. Political career. Member of Parliament Gachagua was elected as a Member of Parliament for Mathira constituency, which was earlier held by his brother Nderitu in the 2017 election. Rigathi Gachagua is known for his outspoken, aggressive, and sometimes abrasive style of politics. His time as a legislator was characterized by championing issues that centered primarily on the needs of Mount Kenya residents. Often he addressed issues by publicly putting the authority figures mandated to solve them to task. William Ruto would later cite this as one of the reasons Gachagua was chosen as his running mate, saying, "Gachagua is a very passionate leader, a people's person. He speaks about ordinary people." In 2017, Gachagua took on Keriako Tobiko as the Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Forestry. The Cabinet Secretary had raised the alarm regarding overexploitation of upstream water resources in the Mount Kenya region and directed the Kenya Forest Service to destroy illegal intakes.
There is massive overexploitation of water upstream. In the Ghana River, there are about 75 intake points, each at a distance between 200 meters. 75. And for the tributary, the Thegu tributary, there are 45. That's disproportionately too many.
Gachagua claimed that many of the intakes destroyed were legal and that this had occasioned a water crisis for thousands of people. He said, "I am calling for his Tobiko's sacking on the basis of incompetence. He is not able to appraise the situation. He did not do due diligence on the legality of the intakes, and he failed in analysis of the humanitarian crisis arising from the situation."
Hii msitu ni ya raia. Si nyinyi ndio mwenye kuchunga msitu? Si nyinyi mnachunga? Si msitu mmechunga miaka yote? Iko waziri alikuja hapo akafunga. Huwezi chukua hata matawi ya kupika. Matawi inaoza. Sijui watu wengine akili ilienda wapi.
The Minister of Water and Sanitation, Simon Chelugui, was drawn into the fray, meeting with Gachagua and other Emet Kenya legislators over the matter. He promised to have all intakes with necessary documentation restored. Legislation. In 2019, Gachagua sponsored an amendment bill to the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. He argued that Kenyan firms could not fairly compete and would be run out of the market by Chinese firms that were able to get loans at less than a sixth the interest rates. He was also critical of the alleged market advantages the Chinese received when carrying out government business. He said, "What is annoying us is that once they get a contract, the materials coming for the construction is procured from China, and they import it duty-free." The amendment reserved government contracts under 1 billion shillings for local companies and proposed stiffer penalties for circumventing the local ownership requirements for larger contracts. The bill would eventually be turned down by the National Assembly's Finance and National Planning Committee, citing limited local capacity to provide goods and services as the reason. On 15th May 2022, he was nominated as the running mate to the United Democratic Alliance presidential candidate William Ruto under the Kenya Kwanza political coalition. Others who were eyeing the same position included Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru, Kandara MP Alice Muthoni Wahome, Tharaka Nithi Senator Kithure Kindiki, and National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi. During the campaign, he publicly accused former President Jomo Kenyatta, the father of outgoing President Uhuru Kenyatta, of responsibility over the assassination of opposition politician Josiah Mwangi Kariuki in 1975.
Mimi Rais Uhuru Kenyatta na kuomba nikiwa hapa Nyeri, usiue sisi vile baba yako aliua JM Kariuki. Mimi nakuomba.
Gachagua has a checkered past with pending court cases over alleged cases of misappropriation of government funds. On 28 July 2022, a Kenyan court ordered Gachagua to reimburse Kenyan shillings, 202 million, US 1.7 million, finding that the money was derived from corruption. In November 2022, Gachagua faced corruption charges in a $60 million case. These charges were eventually dropped. On 1 October 2024, a motion to impeach Gachagua was introduced in Parliament.
This Honorable House resolves to remove from office, by way of impeachment, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, EGH, the current Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, this special motion was lodged with the Clerk of the National Assembly on the 27th September 2024 and contains 11 grounds for impeachment. Mr. Speaker, in compliance with the law, as stated earlier, the grounds are concise, precise, are particularized in the motion, and this is a motion, and are supported by cogent, convincing, persuasive, evidentiary material in the nature of documents, affidavits, and electronic evidence.
This followed a deterioration in his relations with Ruto. 11 articles of impeachment were brought against him, including corruption, ethnic discrimination, and contradicting government policies. A majority of 291 MPs signed their support for the measure. On the 8th of October, 281 MPs voted in favor of the motion, with 44 against and 1 abstention. This is the first time under the 2010 Constitution that the National Assembly has voted to remove a state official from office. The measure was then sent to the Senate for approval. Gachagua was hospitalized for a portion of the impeachment proceedings. On 15th October, the High Court dismissed Gachagua's motion to annul the impeachment proceedings, leading to the Senate opening the procedure later in the day. Gachagua pled not guilty during the proceedings on the 16th of October. On 17th October, he was hospitalized for chest pains before a final vote that was expected to take place that evening. Despite this, the Senate rejected a proposal to adjourn for 2 days and proceeded with the trial. Following a majority vote by the Senate, Gachagua was impeached on 5 of the 11 charges laid against him. He was set to be replaced as Deputy President by Interior Minister Kithure Kindiki before the High Court ordered a temporary halt to Gachagua's removal on 18 October, pending a hearing on 24 October. The court upheld Gachagua's impeachment on 31st October. Following his impeachment and discharge from hospital, Gachagua said that his security detail had been withdrawn and accused government agents of trying to fatally poison him on 2 separate occasions. He accused President Ruto of responsibility should an event happen to him, adding that his impeachment was a political game by the president to get rid of me.
I know there was concerted effort that I should not go to Kwale for the celebration. Wilson Airport were told that I should not go through Wilson Airport. All owners of helicopters were told that I should not be allowed to use any of them to go to Kwale. I don't understand. But as I say, I want the people of Kenya to know that as I go home today, I have no security, and it's good that they know. And if anything happens to me or my family, President William Ruto must be held to account. I trusted President William Ruto. The people of the region where I come from, the Mount Kenya region, trusted him. In fact, as we were preparing to go to office, nobody else trusted him. Musalia Mudavadi demanded that they must sign an MOU with him, which they did. Moses Wetangula demanded that they must sign an MOU with him, which they did. Amason Kingi demanded the same. Alfred Mutua, everybody else. I'm the only man who trusted him, verbally, because we are Christians. We used to go to church together. And as a Christian, I believed a fellow Christian that he would never betray me or my people. For the last 1 year, it's been very difficult for me. But I'm a very persevering man, very enduring. And what happened on Thursday is a culmination of continuous persecution and stress for a year. And when I look at it, probably it is history repeating itself. But President William Ruto wanted to take me the route President Daniel Arap Moi took Kenneth Matiba. I hear many of his people are calling here asking whether I'm dead, whether I'll survive, whether I'll recover. They were celebrating. It's the most unfortunate thing that has ever happened in this country, that you can be so vicious to a man who helped you to be president. And the crime of this man, telling you the truth, don't evict people without compensation, Mr. President. Mr. President, don't overtax people. You are killing them, you are killing their businesses. Don't force a housing program on people. If people do not own these houses, don't force them. My only problem with the president is just being truthful, because nobody else can tell him.